So there's some good reasons why high achievers are especially vulnerable to this. And so we're going to quickly talk about those as well. So if you have expectations of yourself that you can do today what you used to be able to do, let's say 15 years ago, those expectations may not be reasonable. So 15 years ago, you weren't carrying the same responsibilities. You didn't have the same demands. And it's not reasonable to think that we can go through life taking on more and more and more and just continue to do it at the same level of performance that we were able to when we didn't have so much on our plate. But that's what high achievers do. So pretending that we have more capacity than we actually have isn't helpful. It's exhausting, and it can put us into a state of chronic stress where your body is not able to bear the load of what you are taking on, and that has knock-on effects into your executive function, your health, and your overall well-being. So we have talked about executive function strain already, but that tendency that high achievers have to just think that they're superhumans that can just do and more makes us particularly vulnerable to executive function strain. So if you're feeling like you can't remember simple things, like you're dropping the ball at home or at work, you're having trouble focusing, you're having trouble getting things across the line, and that's not typical for you, you don't need a new wellness app or a planner. You don't need a new self-help book. You need to acknowledge that you've got limited capacity and find ways to live within it. Another factor for high achievers is just that invisible load that we tend to carry of multiple roles. So we are the leader at home, we are the leader at work, we are potentially volunteering in the community, we are out in our children's schools, we're joining clubs, we are trying to do so much, and we're taking on all of these roles. The cognitive weight of those responsibilities, just the sheer volume of tasks and activities that we are asking our poor brains to do when we take on that much, is strongly linked to burnout. And there's really good scientific reasons for that. So the chronic stress that cognitive labor places on us, on your body and your brain, is called allostatic load. And there are studies that have been done that actually show in imagery, that in brain scans and imagery, that there is measurable change to your body and your brain when you keep yourself in states of chronic stress and high allostatic load over time. And that can also lead to a sense of self-abandonment. Like basically you exist to fulfill these roles in other people's and to meet other people's needs. And a lot of people that I speak to who are kind of in this life phase and have that high achiever profile, they don't feel like they even know what they want or need anymore. And so if that's you, that is another telltale sign that you may be running over your capacity. What happens when you essentially expect yourself to be able to anticipate and meet everybody else's needs? There's a constant vigilance that you're asking your brain to be scanning and to be hyper-focused and hyper-attuned to its environment. And that translates into cognitive load and allostatic load. So if that sounds like you and you are a high achiever, be aware that that will take a toll on your body and your brain if you are not able to kind of recognize where your limits are in terms of capacity and adjust accordingly.